Hey children, here you are, back with me in our old classroom, except it's all empty. Beautiful outside. I'm going to make a short little video so you can get started on that second and last huge project paper that I gave you. You're going to fold it into fourths and put a line on each fold to have four quadrants or four parts to your poster. Each poster will have a different thing. Your parents have a picture of all the things you need to do on each one, okay? But I'm going to teach you about each one. And you can do this in any order. One of your fourths, you're going to write as many tally lines and as many numbers as you can possibly do. Another one of your fourths, you are going to write as many words as you can. Please put spaces between the words. When you're all finished, I want you to count how many words you wrote. Third, you're going to choose one of your favorite, one season that's your most favorite, either winter, spring, summer, or fall. And you're going to go through those magazines that I sent and cut out pictures of things that are about that season that you think match it. Oh, this might be challenging. If you can't find any pictures to match that season, then you can look online or you can draw them yourself, okay? Once you're done with this project, you can do whatever you want with those magazines. They're yours to read and cut pictures out of. And the last one, you're going to find items around your house that match the following shapes. And I want to show you how to do this one. You are going to need a marker or pencil, a ruler, glue stick, scissors, that wallpaper that I sent you. You all have different kinds. And here's what you do. You're going to look for something, and this might be challenging, around your house that you can trace in the shape of a square. I couldn't find an oval, so this is the best I could do, that oval shape, a rectangle, and a circle. This is somebody's, and I don't know whose it is. If you tell me by tonight, I'll get it in your bag for Friday. So, once you have all of your items, line them up on your piece of wallpaper the very best you can. Now, I've got to put you down so you don't get seasick. I'm going to try and video record this. One little trick for your square. The reason I'm doing everything as close as I can get it is so that you can have fun with the leftover wallpaper to do whatever you want with. See this square? This paper has two straight edges like a square corner already. I'm going to use those and put the square item I found. And this was hard to find. Boy, I had to look hard for a square. Everything was rectangles. If that happens to you, you might have to make a square. It surprised me how hard it was to find a square. I'm only going to trace around those two corners because this side and this corner and that side I'm going to save. I'm just going to cut out those two corners to make my square. Once I have that finished, I get it out the way. Then I go to the next shape and I'll trace around that one, and then I'll trace around the next one and get it off the board. But I did want you to see how I am going to trace. Oops. Oh, that isn't quite perfect. I'm going to have to do some fixing here. As close as I can possibly get everything together. That way I don't waste any of this really cool paper. When you look underneath, it looks really awesome. And I want to be able to make my own projects and use my own creativity. So that's why I'm putting all the shapes as close together as I can possibly get them. This rectangle, I'm going to do the same trick as the square. There's a straight edge here and a straight edge there. So I'm going to put my rectangle box right on the edge exactly and use those two edges that are already there. Now, I couldn't find anything that was a triangle that I could trace around. I mean, anything. I looked everywhere. I don't think I have one, but I need one for this project. So I saved a corner, and on this corner, I notice it's almost a triangle. So I'm taking a ruler, and I'm going to go from corner to corner and just draw one straight line and make a triangle. You want to end up with 5 shapes when you're all done. Okay? Now, I am going to, let's see if I can turn this around. Hey kids, I can't. So watch this. This is what it looks like, how I jammed all my shapes close together, as close as I could get them. Reason being, look how cool this paper is. It like shines and it's beautiful. I liked it. So when I cut these all out, I'm going to glue them into one of the corners of the poster. And then I'm going to spread them about so that I can put the label underneath and put the name of each shape under it. You can do that part if you're ready for that now. If you don't know how to call these names on your iPads, there's a couple places you can go. There's Starfall. And if you come in here, this activity that looks like this one, she teaches you the names of all of the shapes, the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes. It's pretty awesome. The other place you can go is in Starfall. I've given you some good things. Now, I'm going to do just one shape. I'm going to take the square, and I want you to see something. One cut for one side. Can't see this, but you will. Another cut for the other side. And look at this. I only had to do 2 cuts to get it. It's pretty, not the most beautiful square, but here's what you're going to do. You're going to flip it over, and you're going to glue that part down so nobody will see it. And so this will go on here just like that. And then if you really want it to pop, once you have it glued down like that, you can take a marker and outline it. And then it will stand out and look really cool. So I'm going to go like this. Trace the outside edges of my shape that I cut out and put on here. And I'm going to do this is called an outline with a darker color. And once I've done this, you can see the shape better. That's not required. That's if you want to do it. Okay? That's it. Have fun. Send me a picture when you're all done of your project paper. You can work on this Friday too.